All right, race fans, let's talk about Thursday here at Delaware Park. We had a big 9-race card. We had a $125,000 stake race for filly mares in race 6. Unfortunately, with all the rain we had again last night, no turf on Thursday here at Delaware Park. Main track was perfect and fast, and it was very fast. We had some fast times on the main track today. Hopefully, we'll get some nicer weather and maybe turf Friday or Saturday, we'll see, but let's get right to the action on Thursday. Race 1 would kick off the popular early pick 5. They bet over 36,000 into the early pick 5 on Thursday. Race 1, we're going 6 furlongs on the main track, 16,000 starter allowance, optional claiming 16,000 for 3-year-olds and upward. Let's go to the voice of Delaware Park, Josh Brown, with the call of Thursday's opener.
Away and running. Slow to go is Half a League, who was toey prior to the start, and One Improbable Prings first. Where's My Chew is right there too, and taking over the lead is Where's My Chew, and Chase a Dream on the far outside now grabs a share of second. Boys Band's in between rivals, and One Improbable stays at that rail. Guayo has 2 beaten, which is Bradano and Half a League, so the favorite's under the gun, and Where's My Chew is bracketed by every side. One Improbable takes the shortest way. Chase a Dream of the orange cap is very wide. Boyd's Band is right there in the thick of it too. Guayo is closing in nicely on the far outside. 5/16 to go. Where's My Chew under massive attack? Chase a Dream battle, so does One Improbable. And now Boyd's Band is getting closer, and so is Guayo. These are the 5 principals as they turn for home. Half a League is showing up late. They swing. And Where's My Chew continues the battle bravely. One Improbable takes the inside rail. Here's Guayo coming in from no man's land. Late on the scene is Half a League. A frantic finish to the first of the day. One Improbable digging in. So is Where's My Chew. Guayo has outside momentum. Bradano from out of the clouds. Guayo has got it over One Improbable. Where's My Chew and Bradano.
Guayo goes off at 6-1, and the 4-year-old son of World of Trouble gets his second lifetime win. The Arthur Agostini barn now with 2 wins on the meet, and jockey Jorge Gonzalez Sanchez got his first win of the meet on Wednesday, gets his second win of the meet on Guayo, who pays $14.40 to kick off the early pick 5 on Thursday. Race 2 would start the early pick 4. We're going 5.5 furlongs on the main track, claiming $62.50 for filly mares 3 and up. Let's see the action here from race 2.
Away and running. Nice level start. Explosive Exchange beats everyone off the line. Opposite the crowd is right there too. And pulling hard is Fancy Princess, and Sweet Mischief also mixes it up. And now Bad Temper has a hot pace to chase. So as the dust settles past the 4.5, Sweet Mischief is the leading lady, but it's only a flared nostril at best. And Fancy Princess is right there upping the stakes in that second place position. Explosive Exchange is in hand in that third place position. Opposite a crowd got a pop of the crop in 4th, and still last of all is Bad Temper as they turn, and now Fancy Princess takes the lead away from Sweet Mischief. Explosive Exchange continues to mount that bid. Opposite the crowd needs to do a lot better than that, a struggling 4th at the moment, and Bad Temper goes wide as they turn for home. 4 of them across the track, and it's Fancy Princess trying to hold. Explosive Exchange trying to surge on past, and now opposite the crowd finally gets her legs and is closing with good energy now. It took a few anxious moments, but she got the job done at odds of 3-5. Opposite the crowd leveled out nicely to win well. Explosive Exchange was second. Show photo involving Bad Temper and Fancy Princess.
Opposite the crowd, a 4-year-old daughter of Bolt Oro, now a 5-time winner from 15 lifetime starts, over $100,000 in career earnings now for Opposite the Crowd, who wins for trainer Greg Compton and jockey Martin Shawan. Opposite the Crowd pays $3.40 there in race 2. Race 3 would kick off a pick 5. We're off the turf, going 1 mile and 1/8 on the main track. Maiden claiming $20,000 for 3-year-olds and upward. Let's see what happens here in race 3.
Away and running. Nice start. Everyone is very slow when the starter said go, and Spy Wars is the first one to ping, but Poohole is right there keeping that one company, and Parlay for Destiny, who always lags at the back of the pack, gets Flash the Whip. Today's closer to the speed, so the longest shot on the board is Spy Wars. On start number 3, takes him past the 7.5 furlong point, one path off the rail and leads by 3/4 of length. Poohole trying to hit a home run today in that second place position at the 7/8 pole, and a lot closer than usual as Parlay for Destiny. 3 lengths would cover a lot. They are walking on the front end, so that track record set back in 2017 is not in jeopardy today, and Spy Wars controls the clock methodically too and shows the way 3/4 of a length. Right there is Poolhole in that pink cap in that second place position, and Parlay for Destiny doesn't have a hot pace to chase. At 6-5 is still 5 lengths, which would cover tip to tail. So Spy Wars continues to do it easy. Half mile time in 53 hassle-free seconds. Poohole continue to breathing down that neck in second on start 13, and the same can be said on start 13 for Parlay for Destiny. No jockeys have made a move yet, and there's 3.5 furlongs to go in this chess match, and Spy Wars slowly trying to slip away. Jockey takes a peek back past the 3. Poolhole continues to chase in second as the public's pick, and Parlay for Destiny now starts to stretch those legs, but it's still Spy Wars trying to cause a mild upset at the top of the stretch. Spy Wars keeps on finding. Poolhole needs to do a little bit better. Parlay for Destiny up the fence, still 3 chances, and now Parlay for Destiny gets that green light, but it's still Spy Wars holding on by a long neck, a tired leader at that. Parlay for Destiny is getting closer inside the final 100 yards. Spy Wars continues to lead. Parlay for Destiny getting closer. Time is up. Spy Wars got it in the end to be Parlay for Destiny. And
Nice win, first off the claim for owner Mopo Racing and trainer Philip Capuano. Spy Wars, a 4-year-old Maryland bred by Blofeld, breaks his maiden in his first start on the main track, first time going long. He had a couple turf sprints before Thursday, and Spy Wars goes right to the winner's circle, first time on the dirt. He goes off 5-2, pays $7.20 to break his maiden. Nice ride there by jockey Carlos Lopez. So Spy Wars, a 7:20 winner there in race 3. Let's turn the page here. Race 4 would kick off another pick 5. We're going 6 furlongs here in race 4. Nice first level allowance condition for straight 3-year-old fillies. Optional claiming $75,000. Let's see what happens here in race 4.
away and running. A touch slow was flat out time. Good speed for Great Andre today. Central Casting takes the lead away, and flat out time surges up the fence to be in that 3rd place position, and the jockey has a snug hold too. And in the opening furlong, In My Memories is last of all. So it's Central Casting showing the way, but it's only a tight neck at best. Great Andre is right there getting closer, and these two ladies are in step past the 4 furlong pole. In My Memories is picked off 1, and flat out time stays at that rail. 2 sets of 2 as they go around the turn with 3 furlongs out. Great Andre takes the trail up the rail. Central Casting is right there too. Flat out time of the white cap is trying to press on past these 2 leaders up top, and In My Memories the long shots dropped away to 4th, and the first move is coming from flat out time as they turn to the top of the stretch. Central Casting in the black cap has a nose in front. Great Andre sticking and staying, and flat out time had a hot pace to chase, and here comes flat out time. Great Andre barely holding on. Central Casting is boxing on 2. Flat out time has the momentum, however, and the second favorite's got it done. Flat out time has won it. Great Andre was 2nd, Central Casting 3rd, In My Memories was 4th.
Big George Weaver ships down here with this 3-year-old filly by Not This Time. Flat out time making her 2nd start in the Weaver barn, and she goes off 8-5 and gets her 2nd lifetime win. Now a 2-time winner from 3 starts here for this filly, so she could have a nice future. She pays $5.40 to win race 4. Nice ride there, jockey Angel Cruz. Let's take a look here at race 5. Race 5 would kick off the late pick 5 on the main track here, going 1 mile and an 1/8. Maiden claiming $20,000 for filly mares 3 and up. Let's check out the action from race 5.
Away and running. Good speed, 3 from the inside from Moon Baby, but there's the other long shot, Algima, and Sassy Maxine is right there too as they move in front of us for the first time. So Algima at 13-1 at last glance gets over in front of the face of the field and leads by a length and a half. Sassy Maxine has some swift pace to chase at the 7.5. Mishka rides the rail in third and Shady Knights teams up with her, and then there's a gap of 2 more lengths back to Moon Baby, who's second last, and Skitley Dat's last of all. So Algima is making a break for it at the 6.5 and shows the way by 5, trying to sustain this speed over this 9-furlong journey. Sassy Maxine with a solo act to chase in second, and Shady Knights is deep on the track but now picks off third and gets a reminder to stay with the speed. Mishka scrapes the paint in fourth. Second to last is Moon Baby, and passing that one is Skitley Dat. Midpoint of the backstretch, it's all Algima opens up a 6-length lead, while Sassy Maxine is on a patient hold in second. She's bracketed by Mishka and Shady Knights, and now Skitley Dat's picked off one, and Moon Baby calls it a day at the back of the pack. 3.5 furlongs to go. Algima still nursing a 3-length lead, and Sassy Maxine takes dead aim at 4-1. Up the inside, Mishka's right there, getting a couple of reminders, not responding as of yet. Shady Knights at even money needs to do a lot better as a floundering fourth, and Skitley Dat's now closing in at 9-1, and here's a new leader. Sassy Maxine takes the lead away from Algima, and Mishka comes flying up the fence, and the pink cap of Skitley Dat is closing in 2. Shady Knights is 5 wide, but not a threat as they turn for home, and it's Mishka who kicks away with authority and leads by 2. Skitley Dat is getting closer in a great big way at odds of 9-1, but Mishka's still holding on by 1. Skitley Dat is getting closer every step of the way. Mishka holds by a neck to beat Skitley Dat, Sassy Maxine, and Shady Knights.
Well, the Chris Seal barn doing very well here. They now have 4 winners early on here in the meet. Mishka, the 4-year-old daughter of American Pharaoh, breaks her maiden today. Nice ride there, Gabe Maldonado. Mishka goes off 9-5 and pays $5.60 to give Chris Seal another win. The early pick 5 on Thursday paid $410.15. Congratulations if you had that, and congratulations to all the winning connections there of Mishka. Let's take a look here at race 6. Race 6 is the feature of the day on Thursday. It's a $125,000 Dashing Beauty for filly mares 3 and up. We're going 6 furlongs on the main track. This race would scratch down to a 3-horse field, and the 5 Mystic Lake would go off 1-9. Let's see what happens here in the Thursday feature.
Away and running. Mystic Lake was the first one to ping, showing good early speed as well as Safe Trust, and MJ's Yoshida is right there too. Only 1.25 covers the lot, and it's going to be Mystic Lake at 1-9. Nice and relaxed on the front end, and all of that grade 1 backlash charts the course on top of the field by only half a length. Safe Trust is sensing a slower pace and tries to get closer while ground saving, and MJ's Yoshida is right there too. 3.5 furlongs to go, and up the inside, Safe Trust now confronts the orange cap of Mystic Lake, who refuses to yield that lead. And MJ's Yoshida is right there in a feisty mood too as they swing the corner. And Mystic Lake still in hand and in command, while Safe Trust comes under a little bit of a drive. And MJ's Yoshida is last of all past the quarter pole, and Mystic Lake goes a little wide but still has this race all to himself at the top of the stretch, and now she kicks away by 2 open lengths. Safe Trust has no winning response, and MJ's Yoshida tries to pass that rival, but Mystic Lake is now a 9-time winner from 18 starts for Jorge Ruiz. Mystic Lake has won the Dashing Beauty Stakes to beat MJ's Yoshida and Safe Trust.
What a nice 4-year-old daughter of Motown this filly is. Mystic Lake gets her 9th lifetime win, now about $1.2 million in career earnings for this 4-year-old filly. She went off 1-9 and wins for jockey Jorge Riaz and trainer Safi Joseph Jr. So congratulations to all the winning connections there of Mystic Lake. She pays $2.10 to win the Dashing Beauty. Let's take a look here at race 7. Race 7 is off the turf on the main track, going a flat mile. It's a $50,000 Delaware certified allowance race for filly and mares, going a mile on the main track. Let's see what happens here in race 7.
Away and running, drifting out at the start was Can Do. So Atlas Strong was the first one to break the line, but there goes Pure Majestic wanting that lead, and Can Do is going to test this rival early, and two of them hook up fast and strong around the 7 furlong pole. So Can Do takes the lead away from Pure Majestic. Quite a separation back to Atlas Strong, who broke on top, and Lino and Me, she plots her attack from the back of the pack. They have 3/4 of a mile to go in the Peach Blossom Showcase, and it's Can Do had to work hard to get to that lead and got over to the rail. Atlas Strong, hampered around the first turn, is now nice and relaxed past the 5 furlong pole in that second place position. Atlas Strong is trying to tack onto the other two, and Lino and Me, the longest shot on the board, is last of all. Down to the 4 furlong pole they go, and Can Do, the third choice on the betting market, shows the way by 2, but Pure Majestic is right there, creeping closer as they pass the 3.5. At 3 to 5, Atlas Strong gets a loose rein to get closer to the speed, and Lino and Me starting to chase a fast pace as they turn again. And Can Do is trying to see this through, but here comes the favorite Atlas Strong, coming with a big-time rush on the far outside. Pure Majestic went too fast too early, and Lino and Me is trying to grab a second-place check despite those 17-1 odds as they turn for home. And Atlas Strong kicks away while drifting out, and now Lino and Me tries to grab second. Can Do's holding that position for the moment inside the final furlong, and Atlas Strong has slipped away from the opposition. Lino and Me has grabbed second. Can Do's in third. The Peach Blossom Showcase winner is Atlas Strong over Lino and Me, Can Do, and Pure Majestic.
Owner, breeder Harry Cassup and trainer Tim Woolley, they team up for another win as Atlas Strong wins the Peach Blossom. Nice 5-year-old mare by Editorial gets her 5th lifetime win, gives jockey Jorge Riaz his 2nd win of the day. Atlas Strong now about $150,000 in career earnings. Nice mare that these people have. Congratulations to all the winning connections. Atlas Strong pays $3.40 to win race 7. Race 8, nice second level allowance sprint here for filly mares 3 and up. We're going 6 furlongs, optional claiming $32,000. Race 8 would kick off the late daily double. Let's check out the action here from race 8.
Away and running. Nice start. Good speed, one from the outside from 2 is it today, but Maggie's Girl comes calling for the lead, and In Theory's right there too, and those are the first 3 ladies as they link up with the course proper. First Lady Rosalind has a good pace to chase today, and Wise Miss is in front of 1, and I'm a Cutie Pie's last of all. Maggie's Girl had to work hard to get to the lead and shows the way only by a nose to In Theory, who tracks sweetly up the inside second. 2 lengths down from that one is 2 is it in third. Deep on the track, First Lady Rosalind is starting to close in with good energy. I'm a Cutie Pie also has the same idea, and Wise Miss has dropped away to last. Here's the 5/16 pole. Maggie's Girl battles In Theory at the quarter pole, and on the far outside, First Lady Rosalind is in that 3rd place position as they turn to the top of the stretch. In Theory at 2 to 1, slowly slipping away from the opposition and leads by 2. Maggie's Girl has nothing left. I'm a Cutie Pie is trying to close in. Second longest shot on the board, battles for that 2nd place trek, and Wise Miss closes in late, but In Theory's got it done, and In Theory has won it. I'm a Cutie Pie got up for 2nd. Maggie's Girl was 3rd, and Wise Miss was 4th.
In Theory was making her first start in the Michael Stidham barn. What a nice 4-year-old daughter of Mendelssohn she is. She can do everything. Short, long, on the dirt. She's going long on the turf, and she comes off the long year layoff, makes her 4-year-old debut on Thursday, and she was an easy winner. 6 to 5 morning line. She went off 2 to 1. That was a gift. The Mendelssohn filly pays $6.20, gives jockey Julio Hernandez his 25th win of the meet, and it's the 10th win of the meet for the Michael Stidham barn. Big win there by In Theory. She's now a 3-time winner from 5 starts. All right, let's take a look here at the 9th and final race on Thursday. Maiden claiming $7,500 for going 6 furlongs for 3-year-olds and upwards. Scratch to 1. And then a late scratch on the 6 hoarding, so we'd have a 6-horse field here in race 9. Let's see what happens.
Away and running. Hopping in the air was Joe B. Bratt. Good speed today from Galleon Creek. Right next door is Dondi 46, and the rail belongs to My Lucky Valentine. Skylar's brother came away in fourth. Deep on the track is Phil's on the run, and Joe B. Bratt had a terrible beginning. So Galleon Creek shows the way past the 4.5 and shows the way by a length and a half, while Dondi 46 tracks the speed in second, and My Lucky Valentine rides that rail a joint third. Skylar's brother now claims that third place position. Phil's on the run tries to mount a bid, and so last of all is Joe B. Bratt. Here's the 3 furlong marker for Galleon Creek, shows the way at 29-1, but Skylar's brother is taking dead aim at this long-time leader in second. Now Phil's on the run, loops up on the far outside, and dropping out of it was My Lucky Valentine. Heads turn for home, and Skylar's brother draws first blood at the 3/16 pole. Galleon Creek is battling on bravely, and now trying to re-rally is My Lucky Valentine. Here's the final furlong. Skylar's brother holding on by 1. Phil's on the run, is on attack mode and hits the front, and at 5-2, Phil's on the run has won it. Skylar's brother second, My Lucky Valentine third, and Galleon Creek was fourth.
Phil's on the run. The 3-year-old son of Kozan breaks his maiden on Thursday for trainer Ned Allard and CJT Stables. Phil's on the run, gives jockey Martin Schwann his second win of the day. He pays $7.20. The late pick 5 paid $138. Early pick 5 paid over $400. Those were the 2 best pick 5 payouts of the day. Congratulations to all the winning connections there on Phil's on the run. Let's get a quick break here. When we come back, I'm going to tell you about my best bet and price play for Friday at Delaware Park. Okay, let's talk about my best bet and price play for Friday, July 18th at Delaware Park. My best bet's going to come in race 5. That's a nice first level allowance condition for 3-year-olds and upward. Optional claiming $75,000, going 6 furlongs, and I'll make the 7. Do It for Michael. The 8-5 morning line favored in this race for trainer Jerry Robb. Angel Cruz rides the 3-year-old son of Uncle Lino. Do It for Michael. Real big second last out down there at Laurel. He had a few months off before that. He should be razor sharp for this race on Friday. The Jerry Robb barn with horses running second off this kind of layoff. 24% and a positive ROI. Do It for Michael should get a real nice trip with that early speed on the outside. 8-5. That'd be a nice price if we get it on the 7. Do It for Michael. My best bet of the day in race 5. My price play is going to come race 7. That's a nice upper level allowance for 3-year-olds and upward, going 5.5 furlongs. The One Brother Conway is 4-1 morning line. Real sharp winner last out at Laurel with an 86 Beyer speed figure. He owns the highest last out Beyer speed figure of the race. J.G. Torrealba rides for Kieran McGee. The barn's off to a good start this meet with 3 wins. I'm hoping Brother Conway can get a ground-saving trip and be right there when they turn for home within striking distance. 4-1, that'll be a nice price. He'll be about third choice as the 5 Cyber Time, 7-5 in here. The 3 Play Harder, 2-1. So we'll get every bit of 4-1, maybe even 9-2 or 5-1 on the One Brother Conway. My price play of the day in race 7. Hope you can join us on Friday. Thanks to all our horsemen, fans, and bettors for supporting us on Thursday. We'll keep our fingers crossed and maybe have some dry weather, and maybe we'll be on the turf for Friday. We'll see what happens. Have a great night. We hope to see you on Friday.